Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Delays and welcome back to Project Ozone. In the last episode, we started getting into Galacticraft. We made a whole bunch of stuff. We collected oxygen, made compressors and circuit fabricators and refineries. We went and got a whole bunch of oil to then turn into fuel. I couldn't figure out how to get the fuel back into this tank, so I just dumped it. I think I could have used buckets actually. Now that I think of it, oh well. Let's load some fuel. And hopefully, hopefully, um, we have enough fuel to go to the moon. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up all the way that I can. It's not that much trouble. It's pretty quick. Load fuel. Presumably our tier 1 rocket is full. At least that's what I'm hoping. And hopefully we have enough. Have enough of everything to go. So let's check. We have all of our equipment on, and well, we should be ready to go. Worst case scenario, I do have the enhanced term dislocation. Now typically you'd want to bring another fuel loader and some more fuel and all that kind of stuff, but we have the term of dislocation, so we can get back here immediately. So let's just hop in, and I want to see inventory, fuel. We should be good to go, so let's launch. So yeah, this is Galacticraft. We are going to go to the moon. We kind of look weird in there. You kind of see us through there. Oh, there we are. There's the hole. So it breaks the launch pads. We'll get those back. And because of the Garden of Glass, you get this weird rainbow following you. But our rocket is heading up to space. We can kind of rotate it and all that fun stuff, but it doesn't really matter. It just kind of affects. I think if you want to dodge stuff. But yeah, so once we get to the moon, we should be good on oxygen. Nothing should be the problem. Like, we shouldn't have any problems or anything. And we will have to then look for a couple of things. There's a couple of items on the moon that we're going to want. Besides finding the dungeon and killing the boss, we're also going to want to try to find some, I believe it's meteoric iron. But hey, yeah, so here's all the planets. If we zoom in on here, you can create space stations on basically everything. Unfortunately, right now, all we can do is go to the overworld, and I believe we click it again, we'll zoom in, and we can go to the moon. And let's launch. So, we need to land on the moon. This shouldn't be too much of an issue. We are in this little buggy. We need to slow down, but we'll slow down a little bit more when we get closer. Because I don't want to like fall too slowly. And it looks like we may have lucked out. There is a lot of stuff around here. So we can get out. I believe if we right click, we can get a rocket and all that back. If we had a canister, we could get that. So first thing I want to do is we're going to put, let's actually delete that one. We're going to add a new one. We're going to call it moon commit lock. So now we can travel between the moon and home as we want. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here, and Did we get lucky? No, it doesn't look like it. We need to find the dungeon. Dungeons are typically in these craters. They're very specific how they are, how they form, and all that. By the way, if we weren't flying, you do have reduced gravity on the moon. A lot of cool things. So you jump higher. You also leave footprints. All really cool things. All fairly accurate things. So, yeah, we need to find. Let's look at Galacticraft. So on the moon, I do believe there's a couple ores. There's tin, copper. There's cheese. You can get cheese on the moon. Not really that needed, but I mean you can get it. I don't know that it's used for anything. You can make blocks of cheese and slime balls. They're not really used. But we're going to need, for later stuff, we're going to need Dash. Dash is on Mars, I do believe. But we need the meteoric iron for this. So if we want the meteoric iron, we're going to have to either go to Mercury or we need to find it. We'll find some, I'm sure. It's not that hard. But yeah, the moon, as you can see, there's not much. The day-night cycle on the moon is kind of insane. It's a lot longer for a day or night and / night to end. I sort of know what I'm looking for, but at the same time, I don't know quite what it looks like on the map to find what we need to find. So we might be flying around for a while. Oh hey, there's a village right there. So yeah, in one of these craters, there is going to be a dungeon. Now here's the thing. We have limited oxygen supply, unfortunately. But this is the only time, hopefully, that we'll ever have to... I hear things. But I don't see anything in here. Also, torches don't work. I forgot about this. Torches don't work. They burn out. Alien villagers don't actually do anything. Mobs are all different. Sorta, but they're basically the same. If we want glowstone, if we want torches, we have to get glowstone torches, which if I steal one of these, we can take our transmutation table, learn it, and get a whole bunch if we want them. So I think we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, they changed to Galacticraft torches. I did not know that. So let's get out of here. And don't really care about the tin decoration stuff. Yeah, this is completely dark under there. That's not very good for the villagers. But yeah, as you can see, there are villagers. They don't have any trades or anything like that. It's just kind of, they're just kind of there. There's some cheese right there. But we need to find a fairly large crater, I think. It is in a crater, and at the bottom of the crater will be a hole. Oh hey, that's like half a village house. Okay, what happened to that? That makes me wonder if like something didn't spawn there. Like if it got cut off because of like a a dungeon or something. So yeah, we need to find a crater that is relatively deep and has a hole at the bottom. That is the goal, because that will give us the dungeon. And I think I want to run for a little bit. There's a lot of mobs over there. Trying to look for a couple different things. We need to find the dungeon for one, and then we also need to find... God, this is so like piecemeal. I don't think this is it, but it might be. Nope, doesn't go down far enough. We also need to find some meteors, which will randomly land on the moon. Nope. So yeah, this might take a while. I might cut out some of this, depending on how long it takes me. I'll keep you guys with me for right now, but if it takes me too long, then I might edit out some of this. But yeah, so one of the other things that we need to find is the meteor. And those are somewhat random. But hopefully we can find one on the surface at some point before we leave. Because we're going to need that for the next tier rocket. But yeah, one thing that is going to be nice. This is going to be the only time we have to search for dungeon. Unless we don't find what we need to in the first one. Even though we're going to be going to 3 different planets, I do believe, we don't need to find the dungeons on any of the other ones, because Galacticraft has this, let's say, quirk, that basically, it for whatever reason, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but the coding that kind of makes the dungeons, that generates the dungeons, does it at the exact same place for all of the Galacticraft worlds, and it's every single one. So you find one dungeon in any world, and you'll find them all. This looks suspicious. Here we go. This is the dungeon. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to hit journey map. We're going to waypoint this. Dimension all. New. Galactic dungeon. I'm going to enable off. And now it's time for us to go down here and take care of it. So there's going to be a lot of spawners. But otherwise, shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to go ahead and turn the magnet on. So we have zombie creeper and a bunch of stuff. I'm going to take the red hearts. For the most part, we don't need any of the other stuff, so I'm not going to grab it. So far, this dungeon's pretty basic. We've got some more spawners up here. I don't want anything to explode. Although, to be honest, in this version of, well, this mod pack, it's not that big of a deal. It's the spirits are dying. Alright, so let's light things up. There's gonna be some spawners right up here. Let's kill them quickly. Oh hey, he actually survived. I hear so many things, but we will get close to... Oh my god, I have a spirit. I have a soul, rather. Oh my god, I have... Oh my god, there's so much stuff here. Well, today I learned that the mobs in this mod pack in Galacticraft can drop random items when they die. So let's get rid of a lot of this stuff into our EMC. And we have... Wow. Why do we have so many blaze rods? That's weird. Dehydrated carrots, cool. So, okay. There's things you learn when you have... Oh, hey, we got a creeper, evolved creeper spirit. Looks like we have two, actually. Alright, let's light that up so it doesn't spawn anything. The souls actually scared they scared me more than the actual thing. So, let's get rid of some of this stuff. I guess we only had one. Dungeon don't care. Alright, let's combine some of these. That's good enough. Alright, let's continue on. And here's the boss. Alright, so this is going to be super easy. I'm not going to lie. But here is the evolved skeleton boss, who likes to pick you up and throw you into the lava, but he's dead. We got a yellow heart for that. Really nice if he'd be quiet. Alright, let's turn our magnet off. I don't really care about the Minicio or any of this stuff. I will take the shaders because why not? And let's grab the key. So now that we have the key, we can go over here and open this chest and hope for the best. Ideally, we'll get the what's it called? The schematic for the rocket, and we did. Awesome. We can go home now. Well, not quite actually. Let's throw a lot of this stuff. I don't need a lot of stuff at all. We're gonna keep that stuff. These are all broken evolved spawners, so I'm gonna keep them because why not? But let's teleport. So one, did it register that we killed the boss? It did. Cool. So the next thing is it wants us to make a tier 2 rocket, and then it also wants us to make a tier 3 rocket when we get there. But let's go to the moon and let's see if we can't fly around and get any meteoric iron. Does it say anything about that, by the way? No. But in order to get the tier 3 rocket, we need heavy duty plates, which requires meteoric iron, and the only way to get that is through Mercury, or you can find meteorites on the moon. So let's just kind of fly around for a moment and see if we can't find any. They should be relatively common. They shouldn't be like super rare. There's one right over there. I see it. It's right there. We only need one because EMC. I love that. Yeah, this thing right here is a meteorite. We harvest it. We'll get the meteoric iron, right? Oh, it was there. It just didn't look like it was. And now we can go home. So let's go home. It'll take it a little bit because we got to teleport between dimensions. And yeah, let's go ahead and throw these guys in here. We can go ahead and put our launch pad back. And we can put our rocket away because we don't need it anymore. And then those hearts. I'll get to the hearts later. But anyway, so we have, for one, the meteoric iron. We need to, let's see, recipe. No, usage. Can make throwable meteor chunks. Yeah, why would you want to do that? So redstone furnace it will be good enough. We'll get the meteoric iron. We will EMC this. Let's get a bunch of it now, and let's see what's the usage. So we can make some cool things. But what we are going to want is we're going to want some compressed plates. So let's get the compressor. And it's just one. Luckily, I thought it was two. That's why I was waiting. So just one will give us the plates. So let's go ahead and let that do a bunch. So if we want a tier 2 rocket, we're going to need a lot of those. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to need 10 of those plates. So let's start divvying up this stuff. We are going to need another nose cone, so we can do that real quick. Redstone torch with 3 of these guys gives you the nose cone. We need the rocket fin, so that's steel. So we need 4 of those. We still need 10 so far. Tier 1 rocket engine. Alright. And Tier 1 boosters. Alright. So we're going to need some more fuel canisters. But otherwise, that's not too bad. We just need... It looks like we need 10 of those, and that's it. Alright, so... let's go ahead and get the 10 of these. And while we're doing that, we can start making all this other stuff. Put the meteoric iron in there for right now. So we need the boosters. So we're going to need yellow wool. So yellow and a piece of wool. And we'll go ahead and EMC that, learn it, so that we can get another piece. And we need 2 of these boosters, so we need 2 oxygen vents and some more fuel canisters, which were I just want the empty steel, glass, tin. So we need 2 glass, 10. We need compressed in the canisters, and I do believe it was like so. Cool. We should have plenty of this stuff now. There's 1, 2, and that will be for the fueling. So the actual boosters were something like this. We need the oxygen vents, 2 of these. And there's 1 booster. There's a second booster. We get the canisters back, which is kind of nice. I'm going to keep those in here for right now. I'm going to keep basically all of the Galacticraft stuff in here. So we pretty much have everything, don't we? We just need the engine, which is another vent. A button, flint and steel. I remember most of the stuff. So flint and steel. We should be able to make the engine now. And if we grab all of the heavy duty plates too, we should be able to make the rocket. So I do want to go ahead and turn all of these plates into more, because we might need them for later. In fact, I think the tier 3 rocket, these heavy duty plates, yeah, they require the 2, so we're gonna need a lot more, and we're gonna need a lot of dash for that. So we're gonna have to go mining a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna require a lot of the heavy duty plates. 3 can also make compressed titanium, but that's not too important to me. And then yeah, that's a lot of heavy duty plates. But anyways, let's just make the rocket 2. So in order to do that, we need to unlock the schematic. And now we have the tier 2 rocket. And it's pretty simple to make. Heavy duty plates. And there's the tier 2 rocket. Now, before we head off and do our thing in Mars, I want to kind of prepare for some other things. So let's go ahead and place that down. Let's load the fuel. It should be fueled up by now. So we have plenty of oxygen, but what I want to grab our digital miner. Do I want to grab the digital miner, or do I just want to do it myself? Let's do the digital miner, and we're gonna want a tesseract. So that'll take a second, and we're just gonna get power for the tesseract. Actually grab this. We're going to place this stuff in here. Transmutation tablet as well. Alright, cool. So we should be ready to go to Mars, but before we do, let's it didn't detect that. Whoops. Can I get this back? Actually, we can detect it on Mars. I want to go ahead and deposit all my levels. And let's go ahead and take this reward. It is a greater reward bag. It is a heart. That's not bad. Not really anything good, but not bad. By the way, I wonder how much dark matter do we have in here? Whoa, that's a bit of dark matter. All right. So let's go ahead and go. So let's check our inventory. 100% full. Let's just go to Mars. So, I don't know if holding it or hitting it more or anything is going to change it, but we just have to wait. But no, we'll go to Mars. The dungeons is going to be a little bit different. The area is going to be a little bit different. All that fun stuff. If I need to make another tier 2 rocket, shouldn't be too much of a problem. The tier 3 would be the annoying one, just because Dash does not have any EMC associated with it. So yeah, I don't want to have to go mine a lot, but if I have to, oh well. With Vein Miner, it's not that difficult. But we'll be to Mars relatively quickly. Now, something to kind of keep in mind, for the most part, I think only the Moon and Mars are actually part of Galacticraft. Everything else is an add-on, but I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I know some of the later ones are, but because like Pluto requires, I guess only tier 3. There is other tiers in other updated mod packs of this, but we'll go to Mars, and we'll be able to do this relatively quickly. Now it looks like we're in nothing much, but we're in some landing balloons. So we're gonna, oh great, it's night. We're gonna bounce a little bit. Alright, so can I get out of there? Luckily the skeletons are kind of terrible because, well, like the zombies are faster. The creepers I think are more explosive. So, alright, there we go, cool. It detected at that time. So if we take a look at our journey map, by the way, there's these guys. Mars has some interesting things, namely slimelings. Let's go ahead and set this. So add new Mars commit lock, just in case we ever want to come back. Now let's go ahead and start flying towards where we need to go. There is ice on Mars. We also need to get some dash. We'll do that relatively soon. But let's go ahead and open journey map and waypoints. I want galactic. Let's turn that on. Where is it at? I didn't. So let's see, edit. Oh, I can enable it for different dimensions. So we are on Mars. So it's on for Mars, save. Cool, it's just right over here. It's a decent ways away, but it's not that bad. But yeah, there are slimelings. There are little pets that you can get in Mars that will fight for you and all sorts of stuff. Let's actually, I'm going to regret this, but I'm too hungry. Whoops. So let's see. Let's just dig down real quick and see if we can't find anything. Dash. Let's see. Right there is dash. So we can take that. Oh, I need silk touch. So yeah, dash is not the like easiest thing to find. It's not like super rare, but it's not like super common either. So hopefully we can do what I want with the digital miner, which is essentially we're going to be like mining huge areas without actually mining it, just to get a lot of dash. Otherwise we're going to have to figure out something to do. Also, it appears to be becoming day on here. That looks really cool. How it's just like an opening. It's almost like a mouth. It's kind of, that is entertaining to me. So let's fly over to the dungeon. There might be other ones that are closer. I don't know. Hopefully we luck out and this one will be good enough. Otherwise, I will probably do some searching off camera to find what we need, and hopefully we can get. Actually, I brought this. Why didn't I think of this? I have a silk touch pick right here. So we'll get, if we can't get dash easily from the digital miner without using the ore itself, because I believe it needs the ore. I could be wrong on that. We can easily get it. So as you can see, Yeah, let's go ahead and silk touch some, since there's some right here. Cool. So we will deal with that soon enough. But let's go ahead and take on this dungeon. Let's turn the waypoint off. Mars off. Cool. So here is the Mars dungeon, aka cool water sounds, but also known as the, well, it's the creeper dungeon. So I think that these dungeons even have the same setup. I could be wrong on that. Oh, that's who's giving us the blaze rods. I don't really want them, so let's kill all these guys. Break the spawners. I don't really need them this time. Oh, hey, there's literally a cave underneath here. Yeah, as you can see, the zombies are faster. I believe the creepers will explode sooner. Don't really need any of this stuff, so I'm just looking, see if there's anything that I want. There's not. Let's continue on. Let's break spawners. And alright, let's back away from the creepers. I thought I saw a creeper soul. There might be one. I don't know. I don't have one, so oh well. I don't really care. Let's kill him. The little zombie guys are so fast. But we should be fairly close to where we need to be. AKA the boss. So we have at least one more room. Yeah, you can see on the mini-map we're like right next to the boss. So this boss is a little different. We're not going to be killing him quite as quickly. So creeper eggs. Yeah. You ever know where creepers come from? Well, aliens. Unfortunately for this alien, he's incredibly easy. You just knock the TNT back at him. And that's pretty much it. It's really hard to miss, and even if you do, it doesn't do that much damage. So the three-headed creeper is probably the most boring boss, but whatever. It doesn't move, he doesn't change anything, it's just this. So he'll be dead in a second, and we can see if we got the schematics. Hopefully we did. And makes the noise. These creeper eggs are not harvestable, but he should also drop gold heart. So let's grab our key. And I don't need a lot of this stuff. So let's just get rid of all of it. I don't really want, don't really want the epic shader. Don't really care about it. That's an immersive engineering thing. Never really used them. They're cool, but I've never really used them. So, we got the cargo rocket. So we're gonna have to find another one. That's okay. Let's actually take the unknown dimlets. That's nice to have. Alright, so one thing I just noticed right over here. Let's actually go this way. Oh yeah, the gravity on here is much, much lower. So let's vein mine, because there are also these underground like caverns, which are really kind of cool. They have this bacterial sludge and all sorts of stuff. They look really cool. I kind of want to show these off. I remember finding one of these when I played in Galacticraft before, and it's just, they're really weird. Ooh, dense dash ore. Let's turn our magnet on. And let's vein mine the dash. So let's teleport back to the surface. And I will do some searching off camera for the for another. Oh, hey, we need to switch oxygen tanks. For another dungeon. But before we do, let's get the digital miner and all this stuff. So let's place down. Whoops. Thought I was gonna crash there for a second. So let's place down the digital miner. I believe we can place Tesseract on the back. We'll get main base. I want to receive energy. And let's check this guy. So we want to configure it. I want let's just do minimum 0, 255. We want to filter. We want material dash or save, I think, and let's start it. No. Silk touch. And let's reset it, configure. So I want it to delete that. I don't actually know how to do this. So item stack dash or save. Alright, so if I start now, will it start mining? Okay, so it seems to work. If I get some speed, if I could get some speed upgrades, I could do this a little bit faster. Actually, are speed upgrades EMCable? No. Speed upgrades from mechanism are EMCable. Enriched alloy, osmium dust. Okay, so what we can do is we can go home. I need osmium. We can quickly pulverize that. And I don't think I saw any. No, so let's get glass, 2 pieces of glass, osmium dust, and reinforced alloys. We should be able to go ahead and do the speed upgrades, right? So reinforced alloys, glass, and osmium, right? No, what? Enriched alloys, not reinforced. So enriched, I think those are the cheaper ones anyways, so cool. Speed upgrade. Let's get a bunch of those. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw this stuff away. The dimlets can go in there. We can go ahead and unlock the schematic. Why not? It was for a cargo rocket, which is just storage. So let's head back to Mars. And it is night. Let's light up this area. Mostly so this creeper doesn't explode on my stuff. So yeah, let's see. You have a whole bunch. Let's upgrades. And that should help a little bit. So anyways, I am going alright, you can only put 8, so effect is 7. It's a decent effect, so running ready. Is it done? So I don't know if that has any more, but 27, I don't think that'll be enough. But anyways, I'm gonna kind of get some more dash ore as we go. I need to go find another dungeon, and we're gonna take that on in the next episode and finish up Galacticraft. I guess the last thing we could do. So we have 2 rewards. Let's go ahead and claim both of them. We have a legendary reward bag, some day blooms, that's terrible, and an epic with some full hearts. That's also kind of terrible. Oh well. So we are going to come back and finish up okay, so I think it found all that it can. We can pick this guy up and this guy and go somewhere else. So I am going to get a bunch of dash ore. I'm going to figure out how much I need and all that fun stuff. Let's actually go home. And next time we will take on another creeper dungeon, finish up that, and hopefully be able to finish up Galacticraft. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!